Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Hey, how you doing, Billy?
Coming to you live from downtown Huntsville.
That one we were trying to get this thing synced up, and oh man, it's already off to a good Friday. Yeah, my goodness, man,
it's high speed for us, buddy.
You know, I love every day of the week on this show, but I really look forward to. I look forward to every day. I love every guest that we get to have on and co-host, but I really like Friday. There's just something special in the air about a Friday. And
it's leading up to Saturday.
Yeah. Well, we usually work Saturday anyways, but this morning there was literally something in the air when you walked in, Billy. And
it's a breakfast tacos.
You know, normally a man will walk in with a good smell of good heavy cologne, right? Good heavy thick cologne. For my grandpa growing up, it was Stetson. There was nothing like a good old Stetson.
Oh, I remember Stetson. And Preferred Stock, man, that was some stuff too.
Preferred Stock. That was good old Walmart brand. But what was the other one? Didn't Colgate make cologne at one point? It came in like a little plastic bottle with a black lid, like the toothpaste company. I thought that at one point they made.
I remember Old Spice was like that.
But but it was also in that nice bottle. Remember the white bottle and it had the little gray top that you pulled off?
Yeah.
But my grandpa had something that was just good. It was cheap, but it was good. Now, in your case, Billy walks in, and it was just nothing but this aroma of coffee this morning. This amazing, heavy coffee that when you walked in. And I'll take that over cologne any day,
I know how to get the ladies, man. It's not the cool water, it's the coffee.
Kyle just said it. Kyle, good morning to you. Brute, that was it.
Brute.
It was Brute. It wasn't Colgate, it was Brute.
Oh, God, Brute stunk to high heaven, man.
Do they still make that stuff? Brute.
God almighty. I spilled a bottle of Brute when I was a kid on a piece of wood. Oh. And that piece of wood today still smells like Brute.
You know what Brute means? I mean, first of all, is this stuff still around?
Lord, I hope not.
I forgot all about it. I don't. It's to spread wildly. Is the actual? I guess that's why they call it brute, because it's so cheap. You can just spread it wildly all over your body. Here's the thing. I didn't want to have our relationship brooded about the office. Okay, you don't want your relationship to be spread. That's what it says here on Google. A report or a rumor. Okay, the wildest brutes were greedily credited. Or if you want to look at it, and that was the archaic meaning, by the way, whatever that means. Archaic.
Because don't we say that boy's a brute?
Yeah. And here's the medicine. There's a medicinal meaning for brute as well. A sound, especially an abnormal one. Okay, but this starts to get more serious because when you say sound abnormal, you think of something else. Now it gets serious, though. One heard through a stethoscope a murmur. You had any brutes lately, Billy?
See, again, this goes back to taking up precious real estate in my little head.
So you're going to remember this as you go along. Brute. There it is. That's the one that I was talking about.
See, isn't it spelled different than the definition?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's B-R-U-T. Brut.
Brut. Put that brut on.
Well, Kyle spelt it with an I. That must have been Kyle's, like...
Maybe Kyle graduated from Huntsville, too?
Yeah, I don't know, Kyle, but it's definitely... I thought it was Bruit, but it's actually Brut. And that even...
Brut.
That even takes it to a whole nother level.
If you want to smell bad, put on your brut.
Boy, get your brut in here.
You won't need a stick to beat them off. You'll need a net to bring them in.
Oh, it looks like, yes, they do still have it.
Is that what you want for Christmas?
Boy,
are you dropping hints?
They got a website here, brutworld.com.
Oh, put it back. There was a dude on a motorcycle.
Hold on. We're going to get to a point of the show. Man, he's tough. Oh, look at this guy.
Brought to you by Nothing Serious in downtown Huntsville.
Look at this guy. Look, the legacy continues. It's like,
the legacy.
That's a man's man with brut.
Smelling like the back room of Walmart.
You know what I love best about
That's what that little girl, Daddy, you stink.
He said, I know, honey.
And he's threatening to hit her with that ball. That dude's taking a tire off his car because he's got a slit, you know.
He's saying, I know, honey, I'm wearing brut. And
your grandma got it for me.
All right, Billy, what's this picture depicting of brut?
Oh, that one right there. Yeah.
Hold on,
and I'll tell you what that is.
This is right
Daddy,
up your alley.
Daddy, I'll help you bury that shirt so it'll quit stinking.
Thank you, son. Mother was about to get rid of me.
Or they're buried in a cologne bottle.
Oh,
dig it deeper, Dad.
Oh, how did we start the show like this morning?
You talked about my coffee in a paper cup.
The legacy continues. Here,
spray it on, splash it on, swipe it on.
Man,
God almighty.
They honestly need to give us.
That stuff looks like diesel.
Yeah, it's, you know what it is? It's DEF. It's the DEF fluid in a bottle that you put in there for your diesel engine.
No, that's them aftermarket poured in the tank, supposed to fix everything.
Right. Does anybody look? We're not going to judge you. We are definitely not going to judge. Boy, we had a big 18-wheeler come downtown. You don't ever see that.
Don't you judge me that I'm not going to judge somebody.
We need to hold on, Billy. One last time. You know what I love best about Brut? It's got that Huntsville green to it. It's got that good old Huntsville green to it.
Almost made me spit my coffee into the thing.
Look at that, though. That's Huntsville Hornet green.
Dude. Oh, man, you think Coach Southern's listening?
No, he don't listen.
Well, we should get some of that for the boys for next year. And that way when we line up, when we go down and we line up, that other team will be like, what the hell? And they'll go to the sidelines and get away from us.
They're wearing Brut. Run.
I'm going to call Coach as soon as we get out of here.
And the good news is you can supply it for the whole team for $5 because that's about how much it costs.
Yeah. Well, we might get a corporate sponsor from Brut. Brut Stadium.
Brut Stadium. Home of the steak.
Get your butt to the Brut.
All right, this has been too much. This is more than we can handle, so we're going to go ahead and sign it off today, and we'll regroup and get back at it next Friday, Billy. How's that sound?
That work. I got plenty to do.
Oh, just kidding.
Plenty to do.
Oh, man, it was a good start to the morning. Thank you for enjoying our humor or not enjoying our humor. Many of you may have signed off this morning, but We are here on a Friday. I want to say hello to everybody for joining us. Let us know what you're thankful for. We always like to have a little humor here on a Friday, but let us know in all seriousness what you're thankful for today, how you're waking up. We love the opportunity to talk to you. We are here on a Friday. Big thanks to Paul Oley of the Gallery. Wouldn't be here without him, and also Elliot Herzlich over at Elliot's Jewelers. For all your jewelry needs, head over to Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com. Mr. Herzlich will take great care of you. He has what you need this holiday season, and he's really gonna take care of you. He did it for Bridget and I. He'll do it for you too. And of course, we would not be here on a Friday without our great friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the hometown experts in celebrating life. Billy Cauthen, good to see you, man.
Hey, I'm actually pretty worried now.
Why? What happened?
There's two people out there in radio land, Kyle and Clay,
Yeah.
that are liable to get us brut now.
That's fine. Bring it on by. You know what? If anybody has any brut and you want to bring it by, I'll put it on during the show. I'll put it on my neck. You know, that's the type that you got to just.
That's where you get the chemical burn, right?
Yeah. I still have scars from when I was like 12 when I'd break into my grandpa's he had one of them little medicine cabinets that he kept it in. And you know, he passed in 2000. My grandmother passed in 2021. And for 21 years, that brut was still in the medicine cabinet when we were cleaning out the house. I should have kept it.
You should have.
Because in all seriousness, I know we're joking about it, but on my grandpa, that's what reminded me, and I love that stuff.
Whatever dump that bottle went to, it probably still smells like it.
It probably actually took over the whole dump.
Yeah, Brut Sanitation Field.
Yeah, so. Well, we love you, Huntsville. We're so appreciative to have you on. There is so much happening here in our community. I wanted to take a step back to yesterday, to last night. Yesterday was Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And there was a lot of folks that showed up. Big shout out to Tara Burnett at Hart's Veterans Museum, and also our local VFW post. Jack Durish was there. They had they drew for their raffle. They gave away $2,500 last night. The VFW did. You could have bought raffle tickets. It was a really ingenious idea. There was 100 chips that were labeled 1 to 100, and whichever one that you drew, that's how much you paid for that chip. And then you sell all 100 of them, and that equals, I think it was $500 or $5,000. So what would that be? $50? I don't know how it worked out. Somehow the math worked out to where it was $5,000. What they did was a 50-50 raffle. And so whoever won, when they drew it last night, they won $2,500. The VFW got the other $2,500 for veterans. I thought that was an ingenious idea, the way to do that. And not only that, but they also gave away or raffled away. They had been selling raffle tickets. Jack said they sold over 600 tickets, generated over $10,000 for veterans at the VFW and other organizations. They ended up generating over $10,000 for that, and it was a raffle for a 3-day, 2-night, one of those hunting excursions in Dripping Springs at a really coveted hunting ranch down there. And they announced the winners. We did a little Facebook Live. If you follow the Hello Huntsville Facebook page, which we encourage you to do, and make sure you like it. But they announced the 2 winners that they drew. A young man drew those last night. And Jack wants to have those folks come in here, and we'll do a special episode, and we'll invite the winners to come in and officially receive their prizes that they won. So that was a cool thing, but more importantly, it was an opportunity for folks to get together last night to honor those that lost their lives on on Pearl Harbor Day. And there was a lot of folks there. Great food was there, and it was it was a wonderful time. And I think this was the 20th year that they've been doing that now. And I didn't know anything about it until we saw some stuff on Facebook. We put an article out on the website. And again, it was just a great time. Santa even made an appearance last night. Braylon I sat in Santa's lap for the first time in 30-plus years, Billy. 30-plus years.
He's still recovering today, correct?
He told me to. He goes, sit right here, young man. I said, buddy, I'm about 250. I sat down on him, and all I heard was, oh, like that. I said, did I hurt your hip? And he goes, no, it's artificial.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
Yeah,
so fast.
Yeah, but it was good. So that was a great event. A way to honor those that lost their lives at Pearl Harbor. And I mean, I think that was 82 years ago already. If we're looking at the math, if I did that correctly, real quick in my head. But that happened, and then Billy, just last Saturday night, you were with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home in the parade. What was that like? What'd y'all do?
I was throwing that elbow out, waving at everybody in Huntsville. It was good. lot of parade floats, a lot of entries.
I think there was over 80 something this year.
Something like that. I'm not sure on the official number. I'm sure Lisa Hackett could let us know, but yeah, good time. I felt that it kind of got off to a slow start, but when there's that many people, you got to get lined up and started. Things happen. I mean, I've never been doing this for quite a few years now. Started with the fire department taking a fire truck out there, and then eventually now rolling through with Sam Houston. I've never seen that many people. They had us pushed down to one single lane. There were so many people there, especially when you got closer to the Walker County Annex. So,
where were y'all in? Were y'all in that traditional Jeep, or what did y'all have this year?
We actually we have a convertible Cadillac, I think it's a 76 or something, big Boss Hog Cadillac, and a horse trailer. That's kind of a unique horse trailer, and we were hoping to have that Cadillac, but like all semi-classic cars, it decided that it didn't want to participate.
Oh yeah.
So we had Greg's truck, and we had the horse trailer, and we were hauling Christmas trees in the horse trailer, and had his grandson and two of my kids in the back, projectile throwing candy everywhere.
I'm glad you said projectile throwing candy, because I got a little worried.
Yeah,
there.
no, they were like broadcast spreading that stuff, man. I mean, if it would have been fertilizer, there'd be grass all over Walker County right now.
Well, that's great. For Bridget and I, it was the first time that we'd ever actually. Well, what was that? Hey, what is that?
I think I know exactly what that was and who that was.
Who was that?
I think that was Clay.
There was somebody walked by in a. I mean, that was so random. I wish that we had the camera there on the window so we could see that again. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at this thing. Look at this. Hey, walk on by this. Look at this. What is going on here?
Like he's going to walk.
Look at this thing back here. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen on this show. Somebody just shows up in a dinosaur.
I must have said his name like 3 times in a row earlier.
Yeah. I had to put it on that angle because we're just sitting here, and all of a sudden this dinosaur walks. I was like, what in the heck, man? It's 7:24 in the morning.
And I can't see it. I just hear swooshing. And I had like an 80s flashback. I thought somebody was wearing a windsuit or something. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were cool.
Oh, man. Well, that was good.
Nobody fought against the wind harder than we did.
Nobody fought against it. Well, how about that? Clay was just walking by this morning. I think he's down there having some fun, at the corner intersection.
Probably down there talking to Jay Turner or something.
Yeah, just trying to negotiate a lease or something.
Helping him get his newspaper up.
Oh, man.
Hey, we were talking about something serious. And
we were. The events happening in town. We mentioned the parade. Bridget and I, it was the first time that we were actually blessed to be in the parade. And there was someone else driving by waving this morning. But the weird thing was, it's like when you're in it, you actually see the full scope of how this thing is put on and the great work that our local Lions Club does in putting this on. Yeah, there it is in the back. You just got a screenshot. That'll be the next, this will be the next clip that's going to go on our intro video because I'm changing it the new year.
We're dinosauring for you in Huntsville, Texas.
But we were in the middle of this parade, and here's the thing. If you line up, there were so many kids and so many people, which is great, and children right at the beginning. It took a good 45 minutes to drive all the way from the gazebo back around to HEB. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that's how long it was of a drive. And the candy, my goodness, if you want candy, go to the very beginning. Because so many people throw it at the beginning. By the time you get over to HEB, those poor children didn't get hardly anything.
That's what I've been preaching the last couple of years, and it's just like, and of course, I told my crew this year, I'm like, look, please, 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 for the love of God, don't throw anything until we get down by the annex. Mm-hmm. And of course, me and Greg, when we get together, it's just we're just chatting back and forth, just BS and steadily rolling, and we're going. And I'm looking, and it's choo 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 choo. There's peppermints and suckers, and I mean he got the good stuff, man. I mean we actually had to dig in the bucket and get us some, but I mean there's the what they call them, blow pops or whatever.
Yeah, like the Tootsie ones with the chocolate in the middle.
No, this had the gum in it.
Oh yeah, those are better.
I mean that man must have spent $200 on those. I mean we had them. And now we did. We made it. We probably made it past the win home before we ran out of candy.
Yeah, see, we ran out because I didn't know. Nobody educated me on this. I knew that there was.
It's about proper candy management. If you broadcast spread, you're going to run out.
Yeah, and we ran out. We ran out right when we got to across from Mayflower over there is when we ran out. At that main little kind of area there. And that's what's funny is, I always thought that that's where everybody congregated because that's where they do the announcing and all that. Mm-hmm. But, hold on, Billy.
You got cooties?
Oh, man. I had a sneeze there.
It's the coffee. It's the brut.
It's the brut coming out of the coffee.
See, I'm ruined now because I've called it brute my entire life.
I did too. Maybe it is brute, but I'm sure it's got to be brut. I mean, it just looks like it.
You're in rut?
But, I always thought because of what everybody had always told, oh, yeah, that's where everybody gathers right there around Mayfield. That's not true. I think the majority of people gather right at the beginning of that thing because there was literally, you had a good separation of maybe 3 feet on each side of your vehicle and float, and there was just people and children everywhere. I think the majority of the folks from being in the parade and actually paying attention, because I was driving, I had to pay attention because there was children all over the place. I feel like the majority of folks are right there at the very beginning for that first maybe good couple of 100 feet. And there was candy. There literally, Billy, there was so much candy that was thrown. It wasn't just covering the road. It was starting to build little candy mountains on the road.
That's what tickles me. Like, you're wanting us to throw candy, but there's a dump truck load of it right in front of you. And this year, every year is different, but this year the kids seem to be like, we're riding, we're talking, whatever, waving at people, hollering who we know, and people, hollering at us. Hollering is a big word. And
holla.
And then all of a sudden, like on Greg's side of the truck, right there at the window, scared the snot out of us. There's a little kid with a Kroger's bag or something knocking on the glass because, he had it rolled up just a little bit. And candy?
Well, these children are smart because they know that this is honestly, if you want to do trick or treating, forget about it. Just go to one of our 20 parades we have here in Huntsville.
Exactly.
There's 2 a month.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Well, my deal, just as a parent, if you don't let your kids walk out in the street like that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
There was a float in front of us to where I guess the lady on the back, she couldn't throw the candy, so she's holding it for the little kids to come up.
Yeah,
and I'm
not
thinking,
good.
ma'am, you were right there at the tire of a trailer. If that kid doesn't move in time, it's going to be a bad deal.
And you know what? We hope and pray that never, ever happens. Because it happened in Hutto, Texas, and a young child lost their life. Mm-hmm. And after that, no more candy throwing at Hutto parades. And now in Georgetown, they started it. That was my favorite thing as a child, was to go and to get candy at the parades. Mm-hmm. Georgetown, because of the incident in Hutto, they decided we're not going to do it anymore.
Jacqueline and the girls, I guess me and James were Boy Scout camping or something, but the girls, and they went to a parade somewhere, and they were ready, and they didn't, not a single piece. And I think it had something to do with an incident like that. So
that's the thing. And to me, I get it's tragic what happened there in Hutto years and years ago. But as a child, that's like that's one of my favorite memories is going to the parade. And the floats are cool, but let's be honest, as a child, you're going for the candy. You're not going to look at the float. The adults like looking at the floats. The children want the candy. That's just my opinion on it.
They want the candy and they want to see Santa Claus.
They want the candy and they want to see Santa at the end. And, so just please, as a parent, be mindful of that, because we pray that never happens here, because we want that tradition to continue. That's part of here's the deal. I talk a lot. When I came to Huntsville, man, one of the things that I saw, and I've been very open about this, I'm not bashing my hometown. I love where I grew up. But the one thing that frustrated me the most is I felt like the culture of that community, it grew so fast and so quickly, and so many new people came into leadership roles that the culture and the fabric of what I remember about that community is no longer there. And people who are from there will say the exact same thing, except maybe a handful of them that have a vested interest in 20,000 acres because they're happy about it. But I don't want to see that happen here in Huntsville. The community is going to grow. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, it's happening.
And it has, and I'm new to it. So folks that are telling me, well, boy, you haven't seen anything from what I've seen. And I get that because I saw it in my hometown. But the thing is I don't want Huntsville to lose the culture that it has as it continues to grow. And that is, and Mayor Broniger was here on the show a few months ago, and that was his number one thing. Is I asked him a question. I said, what do you hope in the next 15 to 30 years? And he goes, I hope this community doesn't lose its culture as it grows. And that was my exact thought. And so those are the things. To me, those parades and the candy throwing, that's part of the culture of Huntsville. Mm-hmm. And so just be mindful of that when you're at the parades and your children. Please hold them back. Have fun, but hold them back.
Yeah, because we're going to get that candy to you. I mean, you might not get the little pack of Smarties that nobody really wants anyhow.
You don't like those?
Yes and no.
That's my favorite candy, man.
Well, good. I'll hook you up.
You know what? Nobody's throwing sweet tarts anymore. I did not see one single sweet tart. Not one. It usually comes in a little paper, little 3, 1, 2.
Looking like Alka-Seltzer.
I didn't even get any sweet tarts. Well, I say I. It was really Braylon, but it was me, let's be honest. Trick-or-treating.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off, though.
I mean, like, do you charge her like a candy tax for bringing her up there?
Yeah, for Braylon, every 10 pieces that she gets, Daddy gets 9 of them. Actually, it's 100. Daddy gets 99.
Man, do you work for the Walker County Appraisal District?
Yeah. Tax rates up. But no, you were saying, Billy, I'm sorry I cut you off. You're talking about the Smarties. I'm a big Smarties fan, though. I like them.
Yeah, really just not for me.
Is there ever an opportunity where you're like, man, today is a day that I'd eat a Smartie?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm chubby. I mean, I'm not really going to turn candy down.
Oh, man. Well, we'll get to our friends joining us on. Look at another friend walked in here today, man. We're having a party up in here today.
We're filling up that studio audience.
Robbie Dees has been in here straight from the South Pole. He is here today, and he ain't playing. Our good friend, Robbie Diamond's in the house today. We're going to have Robbie on the show sometime. Let us know. Robbie, you were in the parade? Did you have the Jeep? Were you in the parade?
I wasn't in the parade.
I didn't see you.
I did see you.
Yeah, I did. You walked by.
In front of my house.
No, but you walked by, and I said, what's up to you?
Yeah,
but you weren't in the Jeep. Yeah, Robbie did not have the Jeep. I'm going to tell you, which club are you part of? Because there's 2 of them around here, right?
Yeah, I met the Backwoods Mafia lady, and she was super kind.
Is that the name of the club?
Yeah.
There's the Backwoods Mafia Jeep Club.
And then there's
Man.
Prison City Jeep Society.
Yeah. Are you part of any of those?
I'm affiliated with Prison City.
Okay.
But, man, Backwoods Mafia turned out like 12 rigs for the parade.
You know what I just thought of when we have guests like this? Because we love when folks just pop in. We really do. I mean, I wish somebody would pop in here every day just to hang out with us.
We got to get him a microphone.
I got to get a microphone that's just set up there on a pole so whenever we ask questions, folks can hear this. I'm going to do that. You know what? I have one over there. We're going to get this thing rigged up sometime so now folks can just come in.
I enjoy in-studio guest audience, people's eagles.
It does. Yeah. Was that you? No, that was Clay. That was Clay walking by, yeah. All right, we're going to step aside. Rick said that our cars threw sweet tarts. So there you go. I didn't see any. Rick may have been the only one.
I think we had some, but I was in charge of driving, not broadcast spreading.
The problem is, for you being in the parade, one, I mean, you don't get to see the wide assortment of candy. I'll be honest, I took a few pieces while I was tossing it. I was very discreetly tossing it, though, because I was also driving. So I don't want to say discreet. I wasn't discreet about it. I was very carefully doing it because I didn't want to toss and drive. It's probably not
you
a
were
good...
taxing it as you were distributing it.
Whenever we would get to a point to where the parade would come to a stop, because that happened several times, then I would kind of let the candy unload a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways, a lot of friends joining us. We'll get to those in a moment. It's just Billy and I keeping you entertained all morning here. We appreciate you joining us. No guests today. I told Billy we went through the whole mill last week. We had 3 people on, 7, 7:15, and 7:45. So we depleted our guest reservoir on Friday. But today, just Billy and I, as we'll keep you entertained here over the next 30 minutes or so. We're going to step aside. We'll take a break. Do want to remind you, we are giving away, how about $20 more today And all you got to do is text in the keyword festive. We're going to get back to the Cafe Texan gift cards next week, by the way.
I miss those.
Those are coming back next week, so we appreciate those folks for helping us out as they always do, and we're promoting them. But we're wrapping it up today. 8 o'clock is the final deadline to text in the keyword festive along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. You can do that at 936-339-0139. Again, it's 936-339-0139. And I'll toss $20 in your bank account this morning. That will be good enough, as I always say, to get you half a hamburger in California. Robbie Diamonds can relate to that. He knows all about that. Because now it's $20 an hour. Bridget and I thought about, for the 6th time in 3 years, we're going to pack up and move to Cali. Because we're going to get $20 an hour to work at Mickey D's.
Well, it's fine to go work over there, but you still got to live here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were just going to fly back.
I'd hate to see what rent is over there.
You know what we were going to do? We were going to do that. Boy, that was a bad angle. Look at that one.
Yeah.
That was the webcam look there. I don't shave all this because I look like a butterball turkey, man, when that comes off. But Frontier has the new, it's like $500 a year, unlimited flying. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
So if you can pay $500 a year, then you could theoretically go over there and work and come back. But there's always a catch. Yeah, $500 a year, but you're paying for your baggage. You're paying for every single little thing.
And I bet it's deluxe accommodations inside that plane.
Have you ever?
Like a folding lawn chair.
Yes. You know, I was about to say that. Have you ever been on? One time I flew Spirit. There was nothing inspirational, Spirit feeling about that flight at all. It was awful. From the gate going in, the sitting area, everything, and I'm just going to say it. They don't sponsor the show. I'm not hating. I'm just saying every single thing about that was terrible. And then you get on the plane, I thought, can I at least get something, a water or Coke? No, you got to pay for that. Luggage? Man, the luggage was like $100. You're not saving money. And you mentioned it. The seats were like plastic folding chairs. They had about 1 millimeter of padding. They put construction paper as padding, is what it felt like. And never again will I do that. I'm going to stay loyal to Southwest. They've always been good. United actually has been good. And one of my favorites is Delta. I've never had one issue on a Delta flight.
I've flown American just 2 or 3 times.
American. How do you, when you get on it, though, do you feel?
Like an American. And then the rest of the times I fly Smith Airlines.
Smith. Yeah.
Smith.
American. All right, we'll take a break, friends. Let us know you're out there. We'll get to those comments that are coming in. Again, text in the keyword.
Why don't you get to that comment right there?
Yeah, that's a spam comment. I can't even read what it's someone wanting money because their phone number is +91. So
no, that's the Octane, man. That's Octane.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is, and I've already. It's Baba Hari Sat. That's pretty.
Hey, maybe that's like a prince, and you've won millions, and he's got to wire it to you.
Yeah, Bobby Hari, you've been banned from the stream, by the way. I blocked him and banned him.
How you know he ain't listening?
Yeah, he ain't, because I blocked and banned him. Festive, the keyword, along with your name, 936-339-0139. We've got your local weather, word from our sponsors. Billy and I will bring it back after that. Stay with us. As always, this is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
Happy Friday, friends. Rob Hipp here with your weather update. Friday's forecast calling for mostly cloudy skies, temps peaking in the mid-70s. Conditions will be breezy, a south wind blowing at speeds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts could be as high as 30. As the night falls on Friday, the mostly cloudy conditions will persist, the temp dropping into the upper 60s. Breezy atmosphere continues, a consistent south wind remaining high at 15 to 20 miles per hour, and those gusts still reaching 30 miles per hour. And then as we look ahead to the weekend on Saturday, a slight chance of showers in the morning, escalating to a more substantial chance of showers and thunderstorms after 9 a.m. The skies remaining mostly cloudy with high temps in the mid-70s. The wind will shift from south to northwest in the afternoon at around 15 miles per hour, with possible gusts up to 25. The chance of precipitation pegged at 50%. Keep those umbrellas handy this weekend. Should be a good Friday, though. Until then, have a wonderful and blessed Friday and weekend ahead. Thanks for listening.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen. manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and even offer hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why at the Color Bar Hair Salon you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon. Hey friends, Rob Hip here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Catherine James wishing a very Merry Christmas to all of the court-appointed special advocates in Walker, San Jacinto, and Trinity counties. Thank you for all you do. We love and appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Email your greeting to victory@spiritradio.fm.
You thought you were going to hear Please Come Home, Beans and Bologna.
I think Kathy Schweitzer has threatened bodily harm to me if she has to hear that song again.
Ah, okay. I did not know this. Kathy's such a nice lady.
Nah, she didn't. She said, I'm just sick of that. I told her, I said, well, I'll tell you what, I am going to start reviewing new songs, and if you have something, just send it to me.
What is she sick of?
The Beans and Bologna. I think because it gets stuck in your head.
Kathy, this is for you this morning.
Kathy, this has nothing to do with Billy Cauthen or any of his associates. This is all Rob Hip.
This is all for you, Kathy. Beans and bologna. Yeah, I feel like rapping every time I hear this, man.
It's got a good Sunday morning vibe. I'll give it that.
Oh, man. It's like them old school, like, was it East Coast or West? One of them old school East Coast or West Coast rappers was like, man, in the background, man, like every other lyric, man, got that, man. Robbie's looking like, I never heard of any of that, dude.
Well, no, I'm just thinking I missed my calling. I mean, because I could have done that. I could have been the interrupter guy.
You know who always does that? It was a gospel singer, actually. Kirk Franklin would always like throw in like, man, in the middle of his gospel music back in the day. I need to hear Billy Cauthen like just on a musical stage, just belting out gospel hymns, but with a little hip hop flavor to it. Man, amazing grace, man.
Absolutely.
Bam.
Absolutely.
Come on, Billy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Rick Boning this morning. Good morning, Brother Rick. He is one of the four dumplings. You have earned that title, Rick. You're the one that suggested it, I think, right? You welcomed him into the Brotherhood of Dumplings.
I did. He went through the initiation process flawlessly. I mean, everything went well. Nobody got too terribly hurt. So,
Rick, I was thinking about you last night, about 9:30 at night, because I was starting to go to bed, and I said, you know what? I said, I have to get that frozen brisket over to you. It is still in my freezer. So, Rick, I will be bringing that to you.
Was it one of the Kyle briskets?
Oh, yes. And that all you do is put it in the oven and just let that bad boy heat up, and you're good to go.
Yes, but don't overheat it because Billy Cauthen made that mistake.
With his?
With mine. Oh. Yeah, with the one Kyle made for me.
Oh, don't ruin his briskets, man.
I didn't mean to. I have apologized to him, his wife, I think his youngest child. Yeah, but it was good.
I didn't know what I was doing, and I
suffer from that a lot.
I'm not a cook. Bridget is. I'm not. I'm definitely not a barbecue guy. My dad was an amazing, amazing barbecuer. Some of the best chicken you'd ever have in your life. He had his own sauce. But I'm so ignorant with this stuff, ignorant, that I took it out of the foil, and I got out a knife, and I started cutting it. And I said, man, this is so hard to cut. And I said, wait a minute. You don't cut it before you heat it back up. Robbie's looking at me like, you are complete ignorant.
He's from Georgetown.
Yeah, that's what we do. And, man, Robbie, do you want to join in on this conversation, Robbie?
I don't know much about briskets, but...
hold on.
I'm sure that it's amazing.
Billy, can you carry us for like 30 seconds with just jib-jab? I want to bring Robbie into We're going to test our new microphone. Is that okay, Robbie? We're going to test the new microphone.
I'll tell you how I screwed up Kyle's brisket.
Tell us about that while I get Robbie hooked up, because this is a conversation that we just need to get opinions on, all right?
I've been carrying this whole broadcast the entire time. Okay, so no, I get this beautiful brisket from him, and I get it a week early, right? So it's for Thanksgiving is what, I didn't feel like frying a turkey or whatever like I normally do, so... Kyle, they're having the fundraiser for the Masonic Lodge and Love Lady. I'm like, hey, I'm going to get on board with that. I buy this brisket because, I've heard all about this dude's briskets. Apparently, like, they're the best ever. So, mine are normally the worst ever. So, there's a little trade-off there. I text him Thanksgiving morning because we're at the football field. We're still playing off at that time. And for reheating instructions. It's super easy, man. I think he said you set your oven to 350 or something and put it in there. And when the internal temperature of the brisket reaches hang on, I'm just going to look it up and tell y'all that way I'm not. Because if I quote the wrong numbers, I'll never hear the end of it.
This is Billy's initiation, by the way. So one day, whenever something happens, and I can't.
Dude, I can just rattle on. Okay, he says, leave it in the foil, put the oven on 350, and heat it up. And he says, do not let the internal temperature reach over 150. So we go and do whatever it is we're going to do, and then I get home, and I put the brisket in the oven. I set it on 350, and I put it in there for an hour, right? After an hour, I take it out. I take my little digital meat thermometer, slide it in there, and the brisket has only reached an internal temperature of 82 degrees. I'm like, well, crap, that's not going to work. So in my infinite wisdom, because it's like, we got to go. We got to get this brisket over to my mom's house. We got to eat. So I decided to up the temperature a little bit on the oven, put the brisket back in. We go and check it a little while later, and the internal temperature of the brisket is like 200 something.
Oh,
yeah.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, well, the top was great. The bottom, yeah, we could have used it for plywood.
Kyle says 160 to 180 is the optimal operating temperature of brisket cooking.
I will assure you I exceeded that.
Hey, making a debut here on the show. We don't have the camera. We'll get one eventually. Robbie Diamond's joining. What's up, Robbie?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Good. We have the microphone. Check this out, Billy. This was because Robbie showed up.
I can see him.
I know, but I'm excited about this. It's like we have this cool little sitting area now. Is it comfortable at least?
Is it setting or seating?
Yeah, sitting or seating area. What do we call it? I don't know what to call it.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm from Huntsville.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This would have never happened if Robbie went and showed up. And we have a microphone over there in the corner now. And
you
now
should
you can
negotiate like a royalties check or something now.
I could be like Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the whole brisket thing, Robbie. This is why we wanted to do it. We wanted to bring you into this conversation. Are you a brisket guy?
I don't know much about briskets at all. Briskets are not popular in California. That's not what we do.
Is there barbecuing going on in California?
There is barbecue going on, but mostly taco trucks.
Okay. Good old like barbacoa. Is that?
They'll do barbacoa for sure, but yeah. Taco trucks for as far as you could see, like in El Monte, particularly like South LA, East LA, taco trucks as far as you could see. And they're amazing, and they'll be out there until like 2 a.m.
Well, let's talk about this. When you say barbecue, in California, barbecue is what? Does anything cooked on a grill, right?
Anything cooked on a
grill. Hot dog, hamburger?
No, we don't make a distinction between grilling and barbecuing.
It's barbecue.
Barbecue.
See, that when you reach a certain point down here, there's a grill, there's a barbecue, there's a smoker.
Yeah, but see, I guess I'm just not into it much like I should be because I've always said, I don't know if I've ever said barbecue, and I've always just said grill.
That's what you cook your hot dogs and your hamburgers on.
See, Kyle, I need to ask Kyle Kreiner a question here real quick, Kyle. Is the Traeger, is that a legitimate way to cook? Or is it cheating? Is it not good? The pellet grills. Have you heard of these, Robbie? The pellet. So I hate this, man, okay?
Hang on. Wealth and Privilege here is going to start talking about his pellet grill.
Wealth and Privilege?
No, look, we were at listen, man, we were at Costco, and I never fall victim to salespeople. I never do, except I did twice. The Home Depot, they had this thing that said put in your name for a free water test. Well, who doesn't want a water test, right? I wanted a water test. It was free.
You need it in Huntsville right now, that's for sure.
Guy shows up to my house. This was back in Georgetown. I didn't realize how much that water stank back in Georgetown. City water. I know we're dealing with something here, but it's all good. So he comes in, and what did it for me is he took a cloth that was washed. He said, go and get 2 clean washcloths out of your cabinet. I went and got the clean washcloths. He ended up soaking one of them in a bowl of water that came out of the faucet. When he wringed that thing out, he was able to show through some sort of and this wasn't, you think he was faking it. There was something that he did when he wring it out that he showed all of the junk that comes out from washing. So like all the soap and all that nasty stuff that comes out. All right, you follow me? You picking up what I'm putting down? He said He said that's because your water isn't filtered. All that nasty stuff and when he wringed it out, he was able to physically show all the gunk that was in that supposedly clean washcloth, right? Then he takes the other washcloth, he runs it through a filter that they have one of their filters, a portable one, so they can do sales training with it. Runs it through that thing, scrubs it up, kind of washes it. When he squeezed that one out, hardly nothing came out of it, and it smelled good. And he told me it was because of the filtration. And that alone, and he said, come over here, and he did another test. This was the biggest one. I just lied. This was the biggest one because now ADD's kicking in. I'm remembering. Learning RX is helping me regain my thoughts. He had 2 bowls too. He put the city water in one bowl. He put the filtered water, and he filtered it from the city through this portable machine he had. So you get what I'm saying? He hooked up his filter to our kitchen sink. He took the pure water from the city. He took the filtered water from his filter that came from the city after it was filtered. And he goes, I want you to smell your water from the city. I said, oh man, I never smelled my water before. I don't make it a habit of putting water in a cup and smelling it. Stank. The water that when he filtered it through, the city water, when he filtered it through their filtration system, no stank.
And you never noticed the smell
Never
before?
Noticed it, because I guess you're around it. It's kind of like if you have, I'm not knocking it, it's kind of like if you have cats, though, and you have a cat litter box in your house. Right. You don't notice it, but if you go into someone's house, or you go into someone else's house that has cats and you notice it.
Right. Yeah, you do.
Because you're in it. I'm not judging that. I mean, I grew up with cats, so I know what that's like. But I'm going to tell you, man, that sold me. So that guy sold me. And then we ended up getting a rain soft, and it was the best investment I ever made at the house because, man, it protects your pipes. No more of that nasty white gunk coming out of all your. You know what happens? Like it clogs up the
calcium.
The calcium, yeah.
Deposit.
None of that. Second thing that I got sold on. What were we talking about?
Barbecue. Your
Pellet
wealth and
grill.
privilege. Yeah.
Pellet grill.
Yeah, pellet grill. Billy's like,
Come back over here.
come back now. I never get suckered. Except that one time, and now the second time, we're at Costco. Hey, come here, guys, come here. I was like, man, I'm not interested. Bridget walks over. That's when all bets are off. Bridget walks over with me. He tells me about how he can cook a brisket so quick and do all this. That guy sold me on a Traeger pellet grill, and they were much more. It was actually like $400 off because some of those things are like $1,000. I ain't paying no $1,000. But we got it for $600. Put it on the good old Costco credit card that we're still paying off. And I got a Traeger pellet grill. And I'm going to tell you, I love that thing. It has made it enjoyable for me as someone who's not good at cooking and doesn't really know much and never enjoyed it to begin with. Now I actually enjoy going out there and throwing a steak or throwing something on the Traeger pellet grill.
So you the two times you've ever been induced to buy something.
Swindled on a massive scale, like a big purchase.
You never bought a ShamWow or anything?
No, did not.
What about a Kirby vacuum cleaner?
Nope, never got it.
I sold Kirby's back in the day.
And nope, never got it. My mom bought them. We have a whole row. She got swindled on them. So, yeah, that's not even a thing anymore.
But you're pretty good with this Traeger thing, right? You can do the steaks. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, is that something you're willing to prove at some point?
Yes, I am. And I bought pork loin that comes kind of like...
Look, I'm just trying to get a meal out of this thing.
I like what you're doing there.
See, I'm working up to it. I'm going to swindle him.
Let me know. I'll show up, too.
Okay, gotcha.
The pork loin... I cooked it, and for the first time ever in my life, it had smoke rings on it. I said, man, this is great. And that pork loin is good when you chop it up after you cook it, and you put it with that, what is that? It's like some sort of sauce, like not cranberry. If Bridget was watching this morning, she'd know exactly what it was. But there's like a sauce that you put on the pork loin. It's like a jelly-type sauce. You follow me on this? Or am I just sound like I'm making up stuff?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not cranberry. Kyle knows what it is.
Is it a plum sauce?
No, I don't. Kyle would know. Raspberry. That's it. Raspberry sauce. That's it. See, I knew Kyle would know because he's the OG at this. We have the 7 OGs in Huntsville. Those guys are great. Russell Humphrey's joining us. I think he's part of the 7 OGs. But Kyle Kreiner is the first OG of brisketing. He's the brisketeer of Huntsville. Anyways, let's get some of those. I don't know how we got onto this chat, Robbie. See what happens when you drop by, man?
I'm sorry. I just ruined the whole system.
No, you did not. You made it better. You enticed me to pull out the microphone over there, and now I'm going to get a camera, and we're going to mount something that gets a shot at that angle.
You ever think about putting like a live street view camera up, just constantly showing the corner?
We talked about it.
Yeah, we have talked, because I used to use my phone. I could network it in, and then somehow that system broke, and I never sat down and tried to figure it out. But I used to use my phone, and I would do this during the show. And it started because Billy wears jeans on Fridays. Greg's not watching. Wears jeans on Fridays, and I was like, Billy, show us your jeans, and that's what happened. So
not supposed to wear jeans.
Yeah. Oh. So, anyways, a lot better than last.
Well, he hadn't fired me yet.
It was a lot better than last Friday. He showed up in a T-shirt, you know.
Sure did.
Were you working last Friday?
Yeah, I changed when I left here. It was a playoff shirt, man. I had on my playoff shirt for my boys.
Okay, yeah.
They're not going to fire you. You just got promoted. You're like the king over there now.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on that, Billy.
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
Billy.
you.
Got promoted to Big GM over there. He's running the ship, man.
Sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing that.
He's doing what needs to be done. That's what he does. So,
right.
Well, friends, let's take another break.
I was going to reference The Office there.
Let's take one more break. Yeah, Bridget. Okay, Bridget said it. She is watching Chipotle Raspberry.
Oh, that sounds good.
Chipotle.
Oh, that's fancier than what old Kyle had.
Yeah, Kyle, you just got regular raspberry. We got Chipotle, baby. Let's take a break. Well, thanks some more of our sponsors. I also got your national news and Billy and I, and we'll keep Robbie on if he wants to hang out for a few more moments.
I got to get out of here.
All right,
I got to get on the pickleball court.
All right,
Dude, I want to learn how to play. I want to learn how to play pickleball. I'm hearing more and more about this.
What are you trying to show? Here, I got to take it. Can I take a photo of you sitting right there? Is that okay, Robbie?
Oh, sure.
Are you cool with it? Yeah, that's all right, man. Don't worry. Well, this is for Billy and I's internal historical document.
Yeah, we keep a log of everyone that shows up in the studio audience.
You're the first one to ever sit behind
behind the new mic. So that has to be documented.
I like
so.
it. You just need to post it up now every single day. You're gonna have a line of guys out here waiting to.
Hell, we had a dinosaur earlier. I mean,
yeah, today we had a dinosaur and we had Robbie. It doesn't get any better than this. All right, brother. Well, good to see you, man. Thanks,
good to see you guys.
Definitely breaking out the A-list celebrities.
Yeah, Robbie, you know what? You're welcome anytime, man. Good to see you, buddy. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend, man. All right, brother, we're going to step aside. We're going to take a break. We're going to get to the comments, and then we'll try to wrap it up when we come back. We still got a good 15 minutes or so here on the show. But stay with us. We hope you're having some fun. Also, something new. I started it this week. I've got another kind of fun story, maybe a little fun, inspirational story for you. And this thing is getting annoying. I get so tired of that, man. It's a fidget spinner.
Did Kay bring you this?
No, Linda McKenzie did over there at the Republican office,
Gotcha.
and I've just been it helps me.
Okay.
Hey, you didn't take these last week, by the way, Billy.
Because I thought everyone wanted to see them.
Yeah, our friend Jennifer Nickel brought us these from MRC Creekside.
I'll take them. No, I'll put them on my tree.
You only get one, not two. You just get one.
Well, you
Billy.
just said you did not take these.
Well, I meant you did not take like take them.
Well, take would be both of them.
A pencil could be like, hey, did you take them? No, never mind. All right, let's take a break. Here we go. We want to make sure you text in the keyword. You still got one more opportunity, festive, along with your name, on a Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line 936-339-0139. Text it in. A lot of folks joining us this morning on the Spirit Radio FM app. We appreciate that as well. We are here on a Friday. Couldn't make it possible without our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the hometown experts in celebrating life. We'll also catch up with Billy on this next segment coming up about the new construction going on over at Sam Houston.
We got it.
Got it going on. You got it, Toyota. We'll be right back.
Do you love what I do for you?
You make it happen, man. All right, here we go. Here's your national news. We'll hear from our sponsors coming up.
USA News, I'm Lance Pry. Hunter Biden is being indicted on some felony tax-related charges with a total of 9 counts. The filing in a federal court in Los Angeles, California, will allege that Biden failed to pay and file taxes, filed a fraudulent form, and evaded an assessment. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 17 years in prison. Sarah Isker on News Nation last night is an attorney and former Trump administration spokesperson.
We've been expecting this. We knew when that plea deal fell through that we would see criminal charges filed. I will tell you, even expecting all of this, I was not expecting the 9 felonies. But as anyone who's worked at the Department of Justice or been charged by the feds know, they don't bring charges unless they believe they will win the case.
The White House is criticizing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying he underscored the importance of the continuous and sustained flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza. Israel is reporting its forces have encircled the home of the top Hamas leader in the southern part of Gaza, who is believed to be hiding underground. Once mainly made in China, iPhone maker Foxconn plans to expand its business into India with a $1.6 billion investment for construction projects. The announcement was made in an exchange filing in Taiwan late Monday. Foxconn and other Taiwanese electronics manufacturers continue to diversify their business outside of China as tensions rise between Washington and Beijing. The wealthiest Americans are now even richer than ever. The Federal Reserve is reporting that the top 1% of earners in the United States own more wealth than the entire middle class of Americans combined. Statistics through the summer of this year indicate 26.5% of all household wealth, it's about $38.7 trillion, belongs to the 1% of American earners. USA News.
Greece is cheap.
But the airfare costs a fortune.
Paris?
Not much closer, and again, airfare...
What about Puerto Vallarta?
Let's face it, flying anywhere is just too expensive.
Wait, what's this? Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. Where would you like to go? London, Rome, Costa Rica, Australia?
Wow, that's cheap.
So why wait? Call now to learn how crazy cheap it is to fly anywhere in the U.S. or international. Our prices are so low, we can't publish them. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Have you heard of Google, Amazon, or Wikipedia? Their founders were all Montessori students. Montessori is the only educational method developed by a doctor using the scientific method for what was best for the child. Come check out our award-winning childcare schools at Tomorrow's Promise. Did you know that 90% of brain development happens the first 5 years of life? Early childhood education is the most important time of life. Come find out what makes us different and why we are now adding a third location. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
All right, friends, back at it. Time now, 8:08 in the a.m. Thanks for joining us here on your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville on a Friday. We so appreciate you being with us here today. We always enjoy Fridays. We get to have a little extra fun with Billy Cauthen. But Billy is in a very, very serious business, and I don't ever want folks to be misconstrued. I know Billy and I hop on the show, and Billy, you've mentioned it too. We cut up, we have a lot of fun, but the line of work that Billy is in, he takes it very serious. It is helping folks through possibly some of the most difficult times that they've had in their life, putting loved ones to rest, and helping families, though, feel like they're part of a community, helping families feel like they're working with a family, and that's what our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home do during your most troubling times. When you've lost someone close to you, a loved one, they're going to guide you through the entire process from start to finish. And you know what? When I say the word finish, it's never over. They're still going to be there for you if you need them. So don't think that just because of a service concluding that that's it. There's times that even after my grandmother had passed that I still reached out to the local funeral home back in Georgetown. And the folks who care, they're always going to be there for you. Mm-hmm. And that's our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. So like I said, I know we have fun, Billy, but what you do is a very serious thing, and you take it very serious as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess living here my whole life, when people come through the door, they're already like family to me. But, once I serve them, it's even a bigger part of me. And matter of fact, there's a guy that when I first started doing this, I helped with his wife and ran into him the other day in the cemetery. And he just, biggest hug. He was there visiting his wife's grave, and I was there trying to locate something. And man, we never missed a lick. Just a great conversation. He's a swell guy, and I'm really honored that he's still, the trust that he placed in me, and and I know that I served him well, and I'm very appreciative of that opportunity. So.
There's some great things, too, happening over at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, adding a whole new reception area over there.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Give us some updates about what's happening. This is at the location here in Huntsville.
Yeah, we hired a great local contractor. Things are going great. Man, they're moving fast. I've been remodeling my house for 2 years, and I can't show you. Well, matter of fact, Jacqueline can concur to. I haven't completed anything. I've started a bunch of stuff, but I haven't completed any of it. I've tried. Lord, I've tried.
Don't ask Bridget about what I did after Tropical Storm Hermine came through in 2011, and I destroyed the master bathroom and never put it back together.
Yeah,
That's why we sold the house and moved to Huntsville. It's just easier.
That might be what we have to do. But no, these guys, man, they're moving quick. I went out there and offered to help them, and they offered to send me back in the office, so I guess they got it. So Adding just beautiful. I mean, right now it's framed up. There's plywood on the outside of the walls. They're doing electrical. This thing, it's going to be awesome. I mean, they're just freaking awesome. There's no other. It's going to be beautiful, state of the art. I mean, it's going to be really great for our community, and we can't wait to show people. I mean, I'm privy enough to know what it's. I think I know what it's going to look like after looking at the blueprints and seeing it in my head. It's just going to be rock star awesome for our community to have such a thing. You know, it's going to be a reception area / family, just a room to be there. It's a humongous room. It's going to have cabinets, a full kitchen. You know, so if you want to have a reception after a service, you know, you can do that. You can heat stuff up. We can make stuff. There's going to be coffee stations. You know, granite countertops, booth seating. There's going to be like another. What we call a stateroom, which is kind of like a viewing room. There's going to be that. They're adding on to the front. There's going to be like a covered entrance. I mean, really going, all out. There's going to be not cameras, but televisions, or we haven't decided if we're doing televisions or like a projection type deal. But you'll be able to see the chapel, see stuff like that. We'll be able to play, you know, like the slideshow, stuff like that. So really, from start to finish, we'll be able to carry you the whole way through, everything done in-house, you know, not like the days of where you would do the funeral, then you'd have to figure out where to go to have a meal
that was such a hassle, too.
Yeah.
And the family's already going through so much, you know, to make it easy.
Go to one place and just get it all done.
Yeah, that's good. The best thing that I'm looking forward to on that, those TVs will be showing Good Morning Huntsville, you know, on Fridays. I'm just kidding.
That's I'm sure there might be a football game or two thrown up on the weekends.
But there will. Now, Billy, I love people real quick. I know I'm going off topic. Look, there's so many open parking spaces this time of the day. Did you see what just happened? How do you get that wrong?
She tried?
No. Well, now you almost backed into somebody else. This is why we need to have the outdoor camera here on the show. Oh, man.
Look, you made that poor person so mad they left.
They're probably listening to the show. So we have angled parking here in front of the commercial buildings here downtown. They didn't even turn it at the right angle. They were like, I understand getting over the line, but they were like, 90 degrees the other way of the line.
Let me tell you something. You're doing real good when you can take up 3 spots in an angled parking spot.
Yeah, in a Chevy Malibu.
In a Malibu.
Oh, no, the other thing that I'm looking forward to at this new building is, I think y'all are putting in like a little mock fireplace, and they're going to have a painted picture of Billy Cauthen right over that fireplace.
Oh, yeah,
kind of one of those executive.
It's an oil painting.
He's going to be like this, with the arms to the side and like this, and like a cape that says that it's a green cape with Buzzy on it, and it's going to be right, Billy.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I'm sure Greg and everyone else is as well.
Just kidding. That's not going to happen.
Hey, look, my whole life I've always wanted the picture like to where you're sitting on the corner of the desk and like the bookshelves behind you. Because to me, that just screams you've made it in life.
Yeah, and you got to have the hand like over the knee with the Rolex, kind of like, or the Frolex.
What about Timex?
Timex is all right, man. There's after like a year, it's usually like every year it's off by half a second.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if that's true or not.
I guess they don't take that licking and ticking like they used to.
No, they don't lick and tick at all anymore. Hey, let's head over to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Our randomizer has selected, and $15 is going to this person. I'm not going to say he or she. And Billy, you can take it here.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Oh, driving into work.
Man, you should have been there 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe 20 minutes ago.
If you ain't early, you're late.
Yep, if you ain't first, you're last.
That's right, and I don't know what to do with my hands.
Come on, Ricky Bobby. What's up, Ricky Bobby?
Oh, well, I'm going to get fired.
Do you want to be fired?
No, I'm going to be fired. I'm late. No. How y'all doing?
Good.
I can teach you how to make my brisket, Rob.
What's up? Kyle Kreiner, our winner today. The randomizer has spoken. Hey, he's number 14 on the count.
Did he ever chip in if the pellet grill was cheating?
Yeah, I didn't see the comment. Is it cheating, Kyle? Is the pellet grill cheating?
It is cheating, but it also is an effective way to cook, and I can teach you how to use it.
Okay, all right.
You know what? At the end of the day, it's about making good food, and I've used it plenty of times. The first time you had my brisket with the eggs, that was on a pellet smoker.
Ah, okay.
So
are you saying it's okay if I get one?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Everybody needs a training wheel every now and again.
That's right. All right. So the good people out here in podcast land, if y'all want to mail in checks to help Billy Cauthen buy a pellet grill, we're doing that.
Yeah, bring it in. You know what I was disappointed about this? Never mind, Kyle. I wasn't disappointed because we did have food this week. John Volkmer brought me banana nut bread yesterday. So at least once a week, we like to have food over here. And Kyle, whenever you feel up to it, those brisket tacos sure were good, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I might have to make some more because I still got like 1.5 briskets.
Well, we're here every Friday.
Yeah, we're here every Friday, Kyle. So, well, hey, man, I'm going to send you $20 today. How about that? To Venmo, Cash App. I'm sure you have one of those, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
I tell you what. Why don't you throw that over to Kay's Tomorrow Promise Imagination Library? Yeah,
I will do that. Yeah, man, that's $40 her way this week because
there you
of that. Go. She's over 1,000. She's over 1,000 books now, going 1,010 books going out each month now. Kyle, isn't that amazing, man?
Yes, sir.
So
I was about to say something else, but yeah,
a lot of them going out. So. Well, cool. Well, we'll get that over to her, and I will make sure that happens as soon as we wrap up today. And, Kyle, we appreciate you, man.
Sounds good.
See you, brother.
Y'all have a great Friday.
All right. Hey, I still have Rachel's book in here, by the way, so whenever you get over here, it's still sitting on our desk, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this Rachel?
Yeah, it's Rachel. She won it.
Oh, I'll take it to her.
Rachel Kreiner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll
works
see him tomorrow.
She works for us on the weekends.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Rachel will get the book.
When I tell people it's a family, we're a family.
Yeah. All right. Hey, if she doesn't get the book, it's the I Hear His Whispers for Women. It's an awesome devotional book. If she doesn't get that, that's Billy's fault. He's back there in the back reading it. All right, Kyle?
I do enjoy reading books.
Well, all righty. Y'all have a great day.
All right. See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Hey, if I read this thing, will it help me understand women?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anything can help me.
There you go. Perfect. Rick said he's going to sign up for lessons also on Wednesdays, so they can bring in those.
No, we're only here on Fridays.
Yeah, we're only here on Fridays. Friends, it's been a fun week. I do want to encourage you to get out, support this community in any way that you can. So many nonprofits needing help. I heard that the Radio Mash went very well. Did you happen to make it out there this week?
Yeah, that was a good deal, man. I don't know. It seems like it wasn't as long this year as it's been in the past.
Yeah, they usually start. Well, I believe it used to start at like 6 a.m. on the first day.
Yeah.
They started at 11 a.m. the first day.
Okay,
this year.
that must have been what it was.
Yeah, but I heard it went well. That whole thing started actually it's the 17th year that they did it here in Huntsville. But that event actually started 40 years ago with a radio cluster out of Bryan College Station. And when they started that, it kind of set the precedent. And now a lot of stations are coming on board across the nation doing that event. And it's so important in local communities and local station here. Well, they did a good job with it this year again.
And that reminds me, and some of my Huntsvillians will remember this because I know it's stuck in my head. It might have been around the time they started doing that here. There was two guys that were doing something – American Legion, VFW, Heart. I can't remember what they were doing, but at the same time that they did that, they also brought out a dumpster. And these two guys slept in that dumpster for a couple of days, raising money for homeless veterans.
Wow.
I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but I sure do. And I want to say it was the guy that used to own the restaurant at the Hitchin Post or something. He was one of them. So
you're just giving an idea, Billy, that you and I may have to bring that back. Yeah, I'm serious about that.
Hey, give me a welding machine. We'll convert us a dumpster into a nice little house. You get one of those big ones, yeah.
But to get out there and support folks. Hey, before we go, I did want to mention a story today. Billy and I were discussing this. It is salmon, not salmon. I don't know where people get the word salmon from. When they say that, it's salmon.
But isn't it salmon eggs? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to say salmon.
I'm from Huntsville.
I wish Robbie was still here because we're talking, and the viewership's going to drop off to negative after I mention this. We're talking about California.
California
knows how to party.
Hey, ain't that where the Beverly Hillbillies was staying?
Look, is it? Oh, they got it. Oh, no, they got it wrong. Look, Oh, they got it at the last moment.
That's still not right.
Yeah, someone else pulled in there. We're going to have a cam out here.
See, their car was small enough that they could park straight in an angled parking.
Yeah, don't point, Billy. All right, here we go, Bill. I'm going to tell this story real quick. The bustling heart of California's Silicon Valley, there is a tale as old as time itself that's being rewritten. Talk about blending modern innovation with the enduring rhythms of nature. Here in a place renowned for its technological advancements and urban sprawl, remarkable resurgence is taking place. It's one that speaks to the resilience of the natural world and the power of dedicated human effort. This is the story of the Guadalupe River watershed, not the one in Texas, in California, and its tributaries. Creeks like Los Gatos and Guadalupe and San Jose, where once the native salmon, not salmon, struggled to survive. Over time, these creeks had become cluttered with the debris of urban life, trash that choked the life out of these vital waterways, threatening the very existence of the salmon. So now we enter the South Bay Clean Creeks Coalition. This is a group determined individuals who saw not just polluted creeks, but a chance to restore balance to a very fragile ecosystem. Their mission was clear: to clean these waters and to give the salmon a fighting chance to return home, to spawn, to thrive. And so they did, armed with nothing but their resolve and a deep respect for nature. Check this out. They removed an astonishing 1.3 million pounds of trash. It's out of rivers, Billy, in California. 1.3 million pounds of trash. Everything from bottles and tires to cars and mattresses cleared out of these watersheds and tributaries. Revealing once again the creek beds where the salmon could lay their eggs. The result, well, a transformation that has to be seen to be believed. Salmon, magnificent in size and number, begin to return. Check this out. Salmon now as large as 30 pounds in these riverways and as long as 35 inches.
Dang.
Get me some salmon, Betty. Running up the watershed by the hundreds, it's a sight to behold, a testament to how nature can return once things are cleared out for it. Steve Holmes, he's the executive director of the coalition. He put it best when he said this: this year, all the fish are just engorged. They're humongous. Engorged, a word that I like because I started thinking about the McRib, and I need to go engorge myself in some McRib today. It's a nice trend. He hoped that would continue as the efforts move forward. This story is more, though, than just about cleaning up creeks or the return of salmon. It's a story of hope and the enduring spirit of a community. It's a reminder that even in the shadow of skyscrapers and the din of traffic, nature can not only survive but flourish with a little help from those who care. In the end, it's a story of harmony between the urban and the natural, a narrative that speaks to the possibility of coexistence and mutual respect. It's a story that reminds us all that no effort is too small, no goal too lofty when it comes to preserving the beauty and balance of our natural world. There's your little story today, Billy. 1.3 million pounds of salmon returning to the waterways. Just think what we could do here in Huntsville, Billy. You're shaking your head like, what's the point of this story?
No, it's 1.3 million pounds of trash.
Oh, yeah. What did I say? 1 million pounds of salmon.
Look, if you're going to get all intellectual and deep with me, let's get it right.
So anyways.
Today's Shenanigans brought to you by Brewitt.
Do want to remind you today, National Salesperson Day. If you're a salesperson.
I am not.
You're not?
I am not.
National Crossword Solvers Day.
I am not.
I am not. It's also National Brownie Day. I'm surprised we didn't have any brownie.
I am.
Yeah, I am. And also Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day today.
We did see a dinosaur, so I don't know if we're pretending.
Yeah, I think it's the real deal today.
I think Jacqueline might have put something in my coffee.
Oh, man. Well, next week we've got good shows lining up. Make sure that you tune in and join us. I did want to get to some of the comments earlier. Kyle was joining us saying Mernon Dumplings as he chimed on earlier. Clay Talsworth, we appreciate you. The Dinosaur Man. No longer the Candy Man of Huntsville. He's now the Dinosaur Man.
I don't know if I can give up that candy.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Have you had the freeze-dried Christmas tree cakes?
No, I have not.
I have not either, and I'm a little upset about that.
I thought you were going to say, do you have a freeze-dried Christmas tree? That thing would flake into pieces.
No, if you buy a live one, it's going to do that anyhow.
Quentin Glaze saying good morning. Hey, check this out. This is Renita Hensley joining in. Renita, good to see you saying good morning.
Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel, we appreciate her. She'll be on the show soon as we'll highlight some of the great things that she is doing in the community through her business and Magnolia Kennel. We're excited to have them here with us on Hello Huntsville, and you'll see some more promotions about what they're doing and, more importantly, what they're doing for the community. We've got some great stories we'll be sharing soon. Carolyn Gibson watching this morning, looking forward to another good day. Jessica Smith joining in this morning. Good morning, Jessica. It's good to see you on the feed. Kathy Schweitzer, we were talking earlier about Kathy and her favorite song, Beans and Bologna. Good morning, Kathy. Billy's like, I didn't come up with that.
Don't get me in trouble.
Chris Brown was saying over at Jump Around Moonwalks, that polo green reminds me of that strong. So we were talking about that polo earlier, that
I got a bottle of that polo green.
Yeah, love Tara too. Tara Burnett over at Harts Veterans Museum. She's saying, happy Friday, guys. Let's do this. I'm just looking around. Jump Around Moonwalks said hello to us earlier. Tammy saying good morning, Huntsville. Santa Saucier getting a little saucy, saying good morning, Rob and Billy. I know I didn't get to a lot of folks. We had several spam messages come in today, so that's a good sign. That means we're getting out there.
Yeah.
Two spam messages today came in. So we appreciate those as well. Keep them coming.
Yeah. keep on spamming.
Keep on spamming. We just block you.
Do you reckon the people at Hormel are upset about that?
They probably like it. That's good for them.
Is it like advertising for their blended substance, which I love, fried on bread with mayonnaise?
God, so nasty, but I eat it too, man.
Dude, growing up, Spam, that was a staple.
Pop's Woodshop joins Scott Valley saying good morning. See George over here. I'm sorry for this way of writing to you here. I want a good person that can help. That is a spam message. Do not send them money.
Hey, man, maybe they're going to send us some money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like them Nigerian princes.
I have no idea. Jerica, good morning to you all the way from Fargo. Oh, yeah, don't you know. Thanks for joining us.
We got her back on.
We got her on. We're still waiting on you to respond to the offer to come to Huntsville. Paul Oley over here at the gallery saying good morning. Good morning to Paul.
Hey, every time I walk, I hope Paul's listening now, because every time I walk out of here in the morning, I stare up at Paul's sign.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of another iconic sign that I've seen growing up.
What is that?
The Gillies nightclub sign.
I didn't know that one.
Pull up a picture of the Gillies sign and then walk out there and look at his.
And it'll remind you of it.
Yep.
Where was that at?
Get down, Dina, son.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
You don't know about Gillies?
No, but I know about that car. Look,
man.
They parked correctly this time. They're back, and they parked correctly. They heard us. Jennifer Augustinetti, good morning. It's a fabulous Friday. Have a blessed weekend. Brittany Wright, good morning, Brittany. I'll send you that Venmo. I got to send Brittany a Venmo this morning. Good morning to you.
Hey, mine's overdue as well.
Yeah, yours is overdue. Jennifer joining in. Jennifer Beckley, good to see you this morning. She's saying good morning also. And man, we just have there's a lot that we're not going to be able to get to. Bree Johnson was joining us. A lot of folks out there this morning. So sorry we didn't get to everybody, but great engagement today. Friends, if you can, do us a favor, like and share this broadcast if you're on the social media feeds and help us continue to reach our community. Clay was saying, how do you not know about Gillies? Well, I guess that's what happens when you're in Central Texas.
Hey, people, don't worry. We're going to go off the air. I'm going to get him learnt. We're going to be okay.
He going to gilly me up.
Mm-hmm.
Get on down there and get the rest of that one.
Well, you've heard of Mickey Gilly, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, just hang on with
it.
Well,
no, I haven't. I'm just pretending so I don't get ignorant anymore on the show.
Don't say that on the air, damn it. People, I got him. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Come Monday, he's going to be a Gilly fanatic.
That's right. Well, friends, that'll wrap it up here as I end every broadcast. I want to thank Billy. Appreciate you, partner. Billy's a great friend, and it's good to have good friends. And, Billy, you're a good friend, not just to me, but to this community and to our viewers. We so appreciate you and everybody who engages with us each and every weekday. I want to encourage you this morning to remind you, too, that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We really do need each other. Friends, provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Would love to see you on Sunday, 9:30 Bible study at First Baptist, and also service at 10:45. Pastor Bay will get you out by noon. So that's all you got to do. So that's
don't worry, because us Methodists, we're already out. We've already ate.
Y'all already ate and left and done. Wham, bam, we gone.
We're at home mowing grass. Time y'all get out.
All right, and the person in that car is not coming after us, so we are good to go. We'll sign off with that. Friends, have a blessed and wonderful weekend ahead. We'll see you next time.